Hello YouTube. So a study came out recently. A popular question I always get is how many meals should I eat per day is what people usually want to know. And so they did a study with two different groups, one that ate 3 meals a day and one that ate 6. Calories were equated, so they were eating about the same amount of total food each day, and they were just consistent with it. And all the different biomarkers that would determine someone's health and how they feel, and their reported, levels of were they hungrier, were they able to stick to it. It was basically the exact same across the board in terms of every particular measurement. So the takeaway really is you can eat as often as you want or as little as you want. The most important thing in terms of either losing weight or gaining weight is getting the right amount of macro and micronutrients, total amount of calories. So if you need to eat 2,500 a day, you could split that up between 2 meals, 5 meals, 10 meals. 10 meals would be, very small. So really the takeaway is more so, what can you stick with? Like, what do you want to do that you can adhere to consistently? If I want to break it down into a little bit more practical terms, this is what I would say. I would say if you have a tendency to eat smaller meals and you're not tracking your calories, it's probably easier for you to eat more total calories. Versus if you're someone who only eats a couple meals and you're not tracking your total caloric intake, it's likely that you'll probably eat less total calories. And this is my stance intuitively from the idea of just like, well, you're only giving yourself 2 opportunities to eat versus someone who's taking it, 6 different times. So if you're someone who wants to lose weight, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that, if your goal is to lose weight, that you're eating less total calories. But it's probably likely that if you only ate 3 meals a day versus 6, you would end up eating less on the 3 meals a day versus 6. Now, if you're someone who wants to gain weight, the inverse is true. If you give yourself more opportunities to sit down and eat, it's very likely that you're going to consume more calories. For me personally, I got to eat like 3,300 calories a day just to maintain my current weight. So for me, I have breakfast, a giant shake, I eat a lunch, I have a snack, then I have dinner, then I have another shake, and then a snack at night. So I give myself plenty of opportunities to eat. If I had to converge that all into smaller meals, my meals would either be like gigantic, or it would just be too hard to eat, 3,300 calories a day. So for me, I like having, more opportunities to eat and spaced out. But at the end of the day, the real lesson from this is like preference, what you just prefer, and that it really won't matter. As long as none of this matters, as long as you get the right amount of calories for your goals. So I'll share the study in the links. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully, there's something that you can take away from this to change what you're doing. Also, if you want to get training from me, I am available. You can email me at matthewmcginley@live.com. If you're happy with how everything is going and you want some protein powder for a deal and you want to support me indirectly that way, I have a link in the description from Orgain where you get 15% off if you use my discount code. Or it might just be if you click my link. If the link doesn't work, you can just use discount code. Bye for now.